Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just inherited as this spindly guy, and I'm not just calling him spindly because of the way he looks. The man is literally spindly. So there is that. So we currently have no player heir. That's something that we should be able to deal with in a year, looks like. We do need a lifestyle. We have a martial education? I know for a fact I educated this guy with someone with a stewardship education. But okay, I guess it's kind of random. We're definitely going to go for stewardship regardless, because we need the cash. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah, we're going to earn 40% less than we could as marshal. Actually, I mean, at this point, I don't think we can change it for a while. But hypothetically, I could reload the game, I suppose. But hypothetically, would there be anything that I would be super interested in this guy having in any of these trees right now? Mercenary hire cost. Army gold maintenance minus 15%. That's reasonably nice. It's not the best. And this just increases stats, which I don't feel like we need stat increases right now. So yeah. It would literally be just this perk. I don't think that's worth it. Not right now, anyway. I'm much more interested in doing our standard 3 points in Avaricious down the Administrator tree line. Okay, so we need to put in a council, obviously. And not a great start here for the Chancellor. Is she the best steward as well? Yeah, let's put her in a skill 11 steward. Although he would be a better marshal. Okay, you would be a fantastic spy master. So there you go. You would be an okay marshal. Actually, that's a pretty good marshal. In terms of stewardship, she's the best. And then for Chancellor. Oof. We could put in this Duke. That would, of course, be snubbing our aunt. Who... What do you control? About 5,000 troops. Compared to the 6,000 of Bohemia. I don't think either of those are really that threatening. So I think we're actually going to put this guy in for his stat level. Now there is a dangerous faction we just inherited, so these need to recalculate. We'll go ahead and tick forward here. And we probably want to not go to war for a little while. We want to mostly chill. Let's see, if I recall correctly, yeah, we're likely to inherit this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we inherit this, so that's fine. Betrothed can marry, we'll go ahead and put that through. Well, we gained a level of fame, that's nice, I suppose. Our men-at-arms are not the largest, but we want to prioritize getting men-at-arms for right now. We can negotiate an alliance with this guy. He's our father. He has 180 troops. Okay. That's, adorable. Sounds good. Hey, we're the dynasty head. That's what we were looking for. It looks like they didn't even waste any dynasty on monthly martial, intrigue, or learning lifestyle. All of these are absolutely fantastic in this tree, though. And we probably actually want to get all of these eventually, but I'm much more interested in grabbing... I mean, all of these are so good. This tier 4 is absolutely fantastic. Ah, max number of men-at-arms regiments +1. So that would allow us to have as many as 10 regiments. No, I don't want to grab that just yet. Domain limit +1, that's mediocre. Prevent 1 murder. Life expectancy. Okay. Counselor skill impact. Sure. General opinion. No prowess loss from age and increased skills with age. Okay. I mean, honestly, I'm more excited about most of these in tier 4 than in tier 5. Sure, I'll attend your feast. Okay, so there is apparently a dangerous faction. This is not a surprise. This is not a surprise at all. There's a Liberty faction as well. Are these people in both factions? Like, for example, the King of Croatia. Is he in this faction? I don't think he is. If we wanted to do this efficiently, though, the best way would be to find people in both factions. Queen of Bavaria. Sure, of course. She's going to be angry. This guy's not very powerful for a king. She's our aunt. Can we negotiate an alliance? We could, but she won't do it because she's a claimant. Okay. Well, most of these people are upset because of... Oh, thank you, my vassal. Most of these people are upset because of absolute crown authority. This guy's upset because of his high taxes, but that's a personal thing. Short reign, minus 17. Personal diplomacy. Okay, let's hop over to our council. Let's see, you're on domestic affairs. That is correct. You're on collect taxes right now. How's our development doing over here? 49? Not currently growing. Okay. Organize levies, disrupt schemes. Yeah, I'm reasonably okay with all of this. Let's... I was going to say let's talk to these guys and see if any of them would convert. But I don't think now is the time for that. Okay, we'll spend the prestige. We'll take that hit. I'm hoping that we make some friends at this feast. Because we could use some. We could certainly use some. So she is... Or she was... from East Francia. Okay. Allied to us, of course. We're allied to the King of East Francia and to that guy. Those are not very powerful allies. So that is noted. We can lawfully imprison this person. I'm not going to attempt this right now. We gain stress from it, but even more importantly, there's a 1/3 chance that they would rebel, and we can't deal with that right now. These factions are kind of... If all of these rebelled, we would struggle. That said, this faction is the one that is the most dangerous one. These guys will send an ultimatum in 10 months. These guys in 14. I think we should jump down to high crown authority for right now. So we'll jump down to high crown authority and hope that that gets rid of this Liberty faction. Maybe. At any rate, that does give us plus 20 opinion with every vassal. So that would be fantastic. It doesn't seem to have done too much to dissuade them. Noted. Queen of Bohemia, we could potentially arrange marriage with our half-sister. And... let's see, that's... both of these are female children. Not helpful. Not helpful at all. Okay. Maybe... nope. Okay. This is going to get interesting. This is going to get real interesting. We could bump it down again, but I'd really prefer not to do that. I feel like bumping it down here was a mistake. We should have just left it the way it was and then acquiesced to them. For now, I do want to continue increasing the size of these crossbowmen. It's the Independence faction. Oh, hello. What faction just disbanded? Okay, not either faction that matters. Yeah, I definitely think bumping down the Crown Authority then was a mistake. We should have waited for them to demand it. I was hoping that that would just preempt the faction, but lesson learned. It does not. So they're going to push us down to limited Crown Authority. Is that going to bump us down to a partition succession law? Rulers can change between available partition succession laws. Maybe. That said, surely there's some overlap here. Right? Surely. I'm not actually sure that there is overlap here. Fascinating. Okay, so the King of Croatia here. What can we do about him? If we can get him out of this faction, that single-handedly makes this far less dangerous. Ah! This is an option. Because we have a half-sister, and that gives us an alliance. He won't accept this. The marriage will have low fertility. What? Oh, just because of Hale? Is she Hale? No, it's his son that's Hale. Okay. No, that's a good thing. Why would this have... I'm not sure that this does have low fertility, sir. Does it actually? What about this would be... Oh, because she's 38. Of course. Of course. That would do the trick, wouldn't it? Okay. What else do you have here? Anything useful? No, not really. Not really. Queen of Bavaria has no children. We don't have a hook on him. He's even less likely to accept matrilineal marriage, of course. Interesting. Interesting. We do have an empty council position. Our Chancellor appears to have died. We are going to put her in just to have her be less angry. Okay, 5 months there, 3 months here. We've grown a beard. Excellent. This is going to get interesting. 2 months on this. 20% on the Queen of Bohemia. It's definitely a completely different group. Okay. Let's look for an alliance here. Let's look for an alliance? These are all within our court. I guess we need to find spouse? Yeah, that's what we need. Okay, that's East Francia, irrelevant. We want to go by alliance power. That's only only 6,000 troops. That's not great. We'll go for it. Okay. Well, that does get us an alliance there. I'm not sure it's a great one. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's a not great one. Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. How are we going to handle this? 2 months on this faction. King of Great Moravia. Yeah, that's a different person. That's the King of Hungary. Just a similar crown. They're definitely in different factions. Well, we can continue to boost up our crossbowmen here. Those are now maxed. Or, are they maxed? It's size 11 of 12. We're lacking the gold to max it. Fine. We'll have that now. Okay. Our wife is pregnant. It's a little late, honestly. That's going to be 9 months away. This is going to all happen before we have that child. So that's a bit of a problem for us. The Liberty faction is going to make their demands anytime now. And I just don't see what we can do. Other than fight them and hope to win. Like, the Liberty faction, we can just accept and bump down to limited crown authority and work our way back up slowly. We have a lot of time in this life. We're at 7 of 8 holdings. We should probably revoke from this guy. There we go. That'll get us 544 more troops, but more importantly, additional taxes. Okay. So we're doing reasonably okay. It's mostly... Yeah, these guys are going to demand. We'll acquiesce to their demand. And hope that that'll convince some of these guys to not actually rebel. Okay, here they are. Yeah, we'll drop down to limited crown authority. We definitely should have waited on changing our crown authority. These guys are no longer anywhere near as angry. But it looks like nobody's really dropping out of that faction. Okay. So we need a plan here. It's the King of Croatia who's the war leader. Our amount of troops are going to be dropped by this. So that is something to consider. The Queen of Bavaria will be going too. And Hungary. So all of this will be hostile to us. How do I want to handle this? She's our sister-in-law. But we can't negotiate an alliance with her. Yeah, we don't have anybody that we could do that with. So, that's going to be interesting. King Boris is, of course, our spy master. What do we want to do about this? Oh, we could just negotiate an alliance with him? And he would accept this? Why? Why can we do this? Ah. His son is our brother-in-law. His heir is married to our sister. Well, that would have been nice to know a little while ago. I'm surprised it didn't pop up that we can negotiate alliances in here. Well, that's going to be a huge, huge, huge deal for us. This guy's 50% contribution. That drops it below 100%. Now, keep in mind the threshold is 80%. Is there anyone else here that we could potentially work with? King of Hungary, we don't have anybody that we can marry into that. However, we could theoretically revoke the title from this countess. Or a title. Because she's a adulterer. Oh, right. She's the one that we could potentially imprison. We have a 68% chance of that. Apparently that's an act of tyranny. Oh, she's not one of these. She is a known adulterer, though. Okay, what can we do about you? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot here either. Or here. Or here. Okay, we could claim this guy's title, but I don't think that would help. The King of Permia. Okay. I don't think doing either of these is useful. However, just getting the king out of this faction is going to be huge for us. Oh, that full-on disbanded the faction. He was the faction leader, and he disbanded it. That was a bullet dodged right there. I still wonder why it didn't say you can negotiate alliances in the suggestions. It does say that sometimes, but it definitely didn't say it there. Okay, I mean, it's a bullet dodged. And there's a new independence faction, which if we check in here, yeah, this is a brand new independence faction. This isn't someone taking it over. This is a new faction. Okay, that worked fantastically well. But again, I feel like it probably should have told me that I could negotiate an alliance with him. Okay, whatever. Our court chaplain just finished doing a conversion. Let's take a look up here. Let's see, this is the other holy site, right? Let's take a look at our religion here. Yeah. So that is 5 holy sites that are all the correct religion. Fantastic. Okay, let's just start converting. I was going to say kind of at random. I'm not sure if it's actually at random. We could start working on that, though. Okay. Fantastic. I'm actually a little shocked that we managed to avoid that faction popping. Going down to limited crown authority did hurt. Oh, we're still on ultimogeniture. So that's not that bad, actually. Yeah, we have no heir right now. That'll change. Our wife is, of course, pregnant. So that will be a good thing. Now, I would like to start bumping up our trebuchets. Those cost 78 gold per level. That's not too bad. Excellent. How's that independence faction looking? Okay, the AI are drifting back into it. But I think that probably bought us enough time that we don't really have to worry about this. Okay, we have a son and heir. That's fantastic. We could send him to university. It, may be a little early for that. We can declare wars, but that is definitely something I'm not interested in doing right now. We can bump up High Crown Authority in 20 years. Okay, it's going to be difficult to get back to Absolute Crown Authority, but that's fine. I did make a mistake. Lesson learned. Let's bump up the trebuchet once again, and once this next month tick comes in, we can get another one. So that'll be nice. There we go. So our trebuchets are up to 6 of 12. How are we doing on our actual culture here? Bombards in 9 years. Oh yeah. I was not actually upgrading trebuchets because bombards are coming in. Well, that's another mistake. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. We'll work on getting these, and we'll ignore the trebuchets at this point. So it's 90 for armored footmen, and of course it is 88 for crossbowmen. That's largely, it's broadly similar for getting those upgraded. That'll be fine. And standing armies would be great to get. In fact, there's just so many things in here that we want. Okay, well, that's fine. Our spouse has a poor stewardship skill right now, and she's on managed domain. I would actually kind of prefer her to switch over to just assist ruler. There we go. Excellent. So we're now at 4,000 Dynasty Legacy, or Legacy XP, which means we can grab Powerful Vassal Opinion, we could grab Congenital Traits to become more common in the Dynasty, Short Reign Duration, which would help us a lot right now, and Dynasty Opinion. I think we're going to grab Assertive Rulers. Like I said, that helps us a lot right now, and it'll also help us in the future. We're above the domain limit, and of course, that's because we're at 9 of 8. Oh, because we inherited this region. We may as well grant this over to a low noble. Excellent. We also inherited a bunch of gold when we inherited that, so let's just pour those straight into crossbowmen. There we go. There's some crossbowmen coming in. So our number of men-at-arms is definitely increasing dramatically. And that's always great to see. Bump this up to 11, and we'll get that to 12 as soon as we can. That is costing us a fair amount of our monthly income. We're going to be able to switch over to golden obligations pretty soon, which will, of course, start getting us towards those gold income traits. So that'll be fine. It is, however... The Pope just took some territory. I don't see it. Maybe it was this? I'm not sure. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see about dealing with this dangerous faction, which was slightly less dangerous than the one that came before it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes. I was going to say supplies, but it's not supplies at all. It's subscribes and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.